Hello Fretwellers and welcome back to Mystic Worlds. This is Safe Haven as always, and today, as you can see, I'm back at the base here. Kind of an abrupt change from the last episode, as I believe we were in the monument area at the end of the last episode. Not quite sure, but I'm back over here now, and my aim today is going to be, I think at least, to try and take on the library. Well, what I believe to be the library. There's a structure not too far away from spawn which I would like to investigate today, and I believe it's the library. Off camera I haven't done too much, just made up a bunch of bread and I've been breeding the cows fairly frequently. Also chopped down a tree or two, so have I got everything I want supply wise? Let me see here, I think so. If there's something more specific then I'll head back and I will pick it up. So I guess the first thing to do is actually going to be to do a little bit of reconnaissance of the library building. Well, of the building. I shouldn't keep saying it's the library building. Just the building for now. And try and analyze it from the outside and see what it actually is. And after that, I think what the next step will be to do is to kind of venture out all around Safe Haven and try and find various different landmarks that we can then go and try and conquer. As I think we've pretty much done everything around the spawn area. We've done all of the plane crash stuff, the fallen metropolis, that building over there. We do have the jungle which we've not checked out yet, but aside from that we don't have too much, and it looks pretty rough in that jungle, so I don't know if I want to go straight there or not really. So let's see what we have in here. We do have access to oak and birch trees, which is pretty important. So, Safe Haven. Does that say Safe Haven? It looks like it. Safe Haven in Bedrock. There's books in there, and there's a sign or two. There's a spider right in the doorway. There's some iron up in these cliff faces as well, which might be worth gathering. Well, I mean, of course it's worth gathering, it's iron, but you know what I mean. So let's kind of poke our heads in here and see what we've got. There's a spawner there. So let's try and deal with this from the outside. I do have my shears. So we can kind of pop that out. Oh no. Oh no, that is cruel, that is nasty, that is. Oh no. These things, they always poison me. Alright, let's get the better armor on for a start, because it looks like we're going to need that. Oh, we've got a creeper in the cobwebs. There's another one of those things. There we go. How do I want to deal with this? We have spiders to deal with, and I don't really have the supplies to deal with it right now. Maybe there's something up here that can help us. Or maybe we can kind of bust in through the roof, possibly. Oh wait, no, we can't get up through there. I don't really have a lot of blocks to work with. Let's get some blocks here and get on the roof of the building. That might be the thing to do here. That should be plenty. Can we go through the wall by any chance? No. Bedrock, of course. That would be the obvious thing to do. Everywhere seems to have bedrock in this map. Can't bridge or tunnel. Bedrock. Okay, so we can't do anything from the top. So we are effectively stuck. Is there any sort of other route that we could get in the building from? Gold there. That's useful to know. Sounds like there's a lot of stuff already in here. And obviously we can't cascade light onto it. That won't do anything simply because we don't actually have the ability to do that. So cave spiders are a bit of a challenge at the moment, to to really get through successfully. Regular spiders not so much, but these guys, man, these, along with everything else that's in here, I don't know as that will be the best thing for us right now to really try and take on. So I think that we need to come back better prepared to deal with those. And there's just mobs pouring out of there, so I don't know if that would necessarily be the best place to be right now. So I think what we'll do instead is go on a little adventure and try and find something that looks a bit more achievable at the moment. So let's head back to base and kind of analyze the situation from there. I believe that that is the library because it has bookshelves in there, so I imagine that that is what that is. So I guess from here the next thing to do, as I say, would be kind of explore around the island a little bit and see what we have. Maybe try and do a loop and see what there is all around. So let me get some supplies here and I will be back. Okay, so I've been back to base and I've kind of got some more supplies. I brought a bed with me so that we can pass the night and things like that. And my next target, instead of going for the library, is going to actually be to go for that iron that we saw in the hillside there near the library. That would make more sense. So we're going to go and try and get that. I don't have an iron pick, so I can't get the gold that's in the mountain. And also to try and gather up some other supplies that we see lying around. I see sugarcane over there, so that would be useful to get. There's a chest. I guess we should grab the chest as well, because I don't see too many of those lying around in the open. Oh dear. Research note 3 and some arrows. A lava pool. We'll read that in a minute. We don't really need that. Do we have research note 2 yet? I don't know if we have got that or not. I'll have to have a look through my books. So let me pick off this iron here. There is quite a bit of iron here, so it's tempting to actually cover this in obsidian, but I don't know if there's anything significant associated with it, so we're not going to do that until I've read the book for right now. There we go. We'll just try and break as much of this as we can. Oh, lost that one. So that seems to be all of that. Oh, a bit more iron here, actually. Just being very careful around this lava. I don't want to run into too many issues. We've got some coal down here, so I guess we should grab that. I'm only on stone again, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to mine everything up. I did bring a bed with me so we can pass the night, as I already said, so that's not going to be any problem whatsoever. So we picked that up, so we can read that a little bit later, I guess. So let's just pass the night real quick. Okay, so we've got a giant structure there, which I am not going to mess with right now as I'm severely undergeared. And we've obviously got a forest under some pretty intense cloud cover. So let me pick up these sugarcane right here. So we've got access to those now, so we can make paper and sugar. One thing I would actually like to find is nether wart, because nether wart would give me access to potions, which would be very useful for dealing with more advanced and harder mobs, i.e. blazers, cave spiders, things of that nature. So that may be something to try and look out for if we see some. So let's go back over here. This is where we initially were, where the library is. Oh, a nice big vein of iron. Excellent. Just what the doctor ordered right here. There we go. Pick up some coal. How much iron do we have? 10. I have enough stone, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a furnace, and I'm going to cook up some iron to make an iron pick when we get over here, so I can get that gold before I forget about it. And we might run into diamond, although I imagine that that's probably not too likely, to be honest with you. I do like this kind of ability to get resources just kind of embedded into cliffs and stuff. I really do like this feature. So here's the library where we were at yesterday. Pick that up. Let me see here. We want a furnace. Let's make a furnace real quick here. Put that down. Put a piece of coal in there. Get some iron cooking up. And there's a bunch up here in the cliff face. There's that gold. A little load of gold here, actually. I only saw one piece from afar. And dirt is what we want here. And we'll just start taking all of this iron out of the wall. So at the moment, the next thing to grab would probably be an iron pickaxe. I don't know how useful an iron sword would be over just loads of stone ones at the minute. They do about the same, it's just the durability factor. And stone's really cheap for me, so I don't know as I'll be making any swords. Shovels and axes aren't really relevant at this point. We don't have enough iron to really be dispensing on those. I just found this shovel in a chest way back at the beginning, so that's why I'm using it. So there's a bunch of iron in this cave too. I guess a full set of fully repaired armor would be pretty nice if we could get that too. So pick flint and steel might be useful, and it's only one, so I may make one. Whoops, did not mean to do that. So flint and steel is a definite possibility. Did I build that pillar? I must have. There we go. So is there any more in this cliff face here that I saw? Oh yeah, there's some up there. And it actually may not be such a bad idea going up to the top of this thing either, so that we can kind of get a good vantage point of what's up and around here. Got a mountainous area, there's a bridge over there. What looks to be a sky fort of something up there, way off in the distance. It's just on the edge of my render distance. And a beach down here. Looks like there's a hole there, which we should investigate. It might be a chest. Could be nothing, but you never know. There's a little bit of gravel in this cliff, but no iron. So I'm not gonna... Well, maybe we are gonna go down there now. So where was this iron that we saw before? Ah, right here. And that's the end of that, so we're on to stone shovels from here. There we go. So I believe, at least, that this is all the iron that was here. There's a bunch of coal, though, so we'll mine that up. So let's continue on our journey. Oh, wait, I'm going to mine the gold first, then we'll continue on. So we've got that little hole with the sand to check out. There's been nothing that catches my eye as kind of doable with the gear we have right now. So maybe, just a thought, the next place to go would be that spider's lair that we saw in the cave initially. That might be something to target, and we may do that next episode. As that would be the logical thing, although another thing that really needs accomplishing is actually getting a proper base together, because we have that small one, and I think it would be more beneficial to us right now, at least, to actually have a base near the monument. So we may work on that next episode, and then do the spider's lair after that. So that's probably what we'll do. So we've got 14 iron ore, good to know. So pick that up. Oh, am I full? What can I get rid of here? Let's do that. There we go. Oh wait, I'm not going to be able to pick up gold though, am I? Because I'm full. Put those on. I don't need that sapling. I've got plenty of saplings, that's not a problem. So there's that coal there. There's the library, making all of its racket. So, where was that gold at that we saw? Must be a bit further on. Let's pick up this here. Man, a lot of coal here. Sorry this is not the most interesting of footage to watch, but gotta collect the supplies. There'll be plenty of time for dungeon diving and stuff like that. I guess one thing to mention while I'm doing this series is, I think I already mentioned it a little bit in the first episode, but this series is definitely long term. When I took this on, I took it on as being a long-term challenge, which could potentially yield up to a year's worth of videos by the looks of it, because of how many things we have to find, and all the exploring that's involved, and it's all just about having fun, and I don't want to rush it, I want to enjoy the map. So, do expect it to be a while before we start taking wool sort of every episode, as we're not even at the correct gear level yet, to be honest with you. There we go, we've got that. On to the next stone pick. There is a bunch of stone here, but it doesn't look as if there's too much in that. Still looking for that gold, though. We'll find that. Oh man, there's just so many things. Oh yeah, the things. By the way, you can blame Mondo for that one. The way I say things now. There you go, Mondo. I said it. So, let's collect this gold here. Ooh, anything in here? Nope. 4 bits of gold. That's a good amount of gold there. So let's continue on here. I'm going to follow the coastline a little bit. And there was this right here to investigate. That must be the wall. The outer edge of the map. That's just a hole in the sand. That's nothing too significant. So that must be the outer boundary of the map over there. So we're not going to cross that. There's some more iron. There's iron all in these walls. So I'm probably going to get that off camera. Just kind of come back through here on my way back and mine it out. Got some trees. And this kind of fades off into a snow biome. Over here. Just going to be kind of sticking to the coastline somewhat. I'm not going to be going and investigating structures at the moment. I'm just looking for landmarks of where these structures actually are. There's a chest right there. Here's slime, so there must be a cave nearby. What have we got here? Some sort of frozen dock. Is there any chests underneath? Nope, doesn't look like it. Research note number 12. Oh, we're going to have to pick that up for sure. Is there anything I could really leave behind, though? That's the question here. Not really. Picked up a lot of stuff while I've been out on my travels here. I guess I'll put those on. There we go. So research note number 12. So we picked that up. I believe there's 20 research notes in total to gather. And we've found, what, either 3 or 4 so far, somewhere there. 3 or 4. Is that a cave with anything significant, or is it just a little hole in the land there? Looks to be just a little hole in the land. And I'm going to get my bed down. Pass the night in this cave. What do you mean you can only sleep at night? There we go. It was night. Alright, so let's continue on here. Not going to worry about that coal. There's the obvious tower right there, which we will come back to at some point. Nothing really around here aside from that tower. There's a wooden structure off in the distance there. So we have a tower over here and a wooden structure to investigate. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, there's gas spawners on top of that. Yeah, we're really not ready to take that on yet. We've kind of lost the coastline a little bit here. Let's get back there if we can. Is there anything behind that tower? Doesn't look like it, just looks like more snow biome type stuff. There's cactus over there, so we must be approaching the desert portion of this map. We've got more stuff in the sky over there. So let's continue on here. Got some sort of bridge which goes into the mountain there. Definitely something to check out. We're kind of fading off into desert a little bit here. That's fine. Just doing a little bit more exploration and reconnaissance here. Just trying to see what we've got to deal with. Oh my gosh. What is that? Jeez, that looks like an interesting fun box right over there to check out. Definitely not ready for that yet. So we've got this big structure over here, and we've got... Oh, I seen this when I saw the trailer. Jeez, gas spawner. Man, not a lot of this stuff is particularly pleasant. I saw this area when I did the trailer, and this is one of the best areas of the map, I thought. Of what I've seen so far, I mean, I've really liked everything I've saw so far, but this... I really liked. I thought that that was really cool, the kind of dark, sinister pyramids. But we are going to kind of steer clear of that for the moment. Kind of stick to the light for the time being. This might be that tall structure we saw from the other side of the forest. Jeez, yeah, this is not a nice place to be. I don't want to be here very long, because we're not ready for it yet. There's that huge water pyramid right there. I hear cave noises. Everything is here, surely. Got another deep forest and some extensive cloud cover right there. There's a lot that seems to be in this desert, and I'm going to avoid that for the time being. And the only reason I avoid that is because I don't think I'm ready for it yet. Research note number 4 and some iron ingots and things. I can't really drop anything off, so I'll have to remember that that's there. Behind the enchanted jungle, by the looks of things, between the jungle and the forest, there's a little cobble structure and there's a research note in there. When I come back to find it, though, I haven't removed the chest, so it won't be a problem. And I guess we're kind of back to where we started now. I don't think we've done the whole island yet. I don't think we've gone full circle because we haven't been to the other side of the jungle. But I have seen enough now to get a number of structures locked down that are potential targets maybe pretty soon to go after. But again, it's kind of difficult to determine because we haven't really seen a lot of them. Many of them have sort of ghasts and other unpleasant things in which I don't really want to deal with right now. So I think the spider's lair is definitely going to be the next dungeon, so to speak, that we take on. Now, I think next episode we will actually spend some time working on the base near the monument and kind of move some of this stuff that we've got, because it's going to be a pain traipsing back and forth between here and the monument, and it would be nice to get a more permanent, bigger base set up. To start farming supplies a little bit better. Now, we haven't seen any nether wart yet, which is a little bit disappointing because that was the one thing I really hoped for, and we haven't seen any yet. But hopefully sooner or later we will, and we'll get a basic nether wart farm going. So we have got research note 1, that's the only one we have. We now have research note 3 and research note 12. Do we have to read these in order? I imagine because Damara said that they gave you hints about places of where to go, that we shouldn't read that just yet. We should read... We've read Research Note 1. Research Note 1... Oops. Was about the island ruins and the switch. So maybe Research Note 2 is hidden in the spider's lair, and that will tell us where to go next. That's my inclination at this point. So let's get that iron cooking up in there and put some supplies away, and I think we'll call it an episode here, guys. Done a little bit more exploration to kind of see what's out there in the island, but we haven't really done too much yet. A lot remains a mystery. There's just some very cool stuff to check out, and I hope to be doing that very soon. But for right now, I think that next episode we will focus on building a base. And then the episode after, we'll probably go into the spider's lair, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, see you later, and have a good day.